One of the main reasons that one practices yoga is to clear kleshas. The term klesha means plague, blockage, hindrance. In all the 8 limbs of yoga, it addresses kleshas on different levels, from gross to subtle. When we look at a klesha, we can imagine trying to move forward and there's a roadblock. It could be a physical blockage in the body, such as the inability to extend your body, pain in the body, some physiological or anatomy issue that is stopping you from doing something. But also that thing draws your attention away from your practice or away from moving forward. For example, if one has a sore back, the klesha that affects that is causing that person to only focus on their sore back. Then as we get into more subtle kleshas, a person is overwhelmed with anxiety or stress or overthinking the future, then that becomes a klesha that prevents them from being present, thus cultivating their own involution and evolution. We see it most often when one is in a posture that they find somewhat challenging. People often say, oh, I can't touch my toes, I am not flexible enough. Well, we understand in human anatomy that touching the toes is a pretty natural function of human anatomy. Instead of saying, let's stretch it out, let's push it out, let's break it out, how about let's remove the blockage, be it a physical blockage, understanding the angle of the spine, unencumbering the lumbar spine, unencumbering the sacral spine, looking at the interior abdominis, how we breathe, or even psychologically setting up a barrier or boundary in yourself, saying, I can't do it. And start to understand that not as an artifice that is immovable, but as simply an artifice that is illusionary. That is working with it as a klesha. I want to remove this blockage. I want to remove this plague. And it can be done on so many levels, so many levels. We often see it first, as we said, grossly. I want to be able to be flexible, or I can stretch a certain way. But also, what about just showing up every day? What is the klesha that prevents people from developing a disciplined practice? And then, more subtle, what then is the klesha or blockage or thing that plagues you that prevents consistency and then the application of what you've studied? So in our Yoga Naga practice, we put a great emphasis on the clearing of both gross and subtle kleshas. Yeah, thank you.